Hi everybody, it's Lisa from Sweet and Sassy Treasures, and I'm super excited to be here today. I appreciate everybody watching on Facebook and YouTube, and we're just going to jump right into this project. So, potential items I'm using today, because I'm totally unsure. I might be using the Santa taper from the Christmas Tapers mold. I could be using bibelots, ornaments, more than likely the winter adornment stamp, which is last year's release. And while I love the wreath, that's not what I use it for. I love all the little elements that are in here. Specifically, there's this one with the poinsettias and another one with the rose I'll show you guys that are just beautiful. I do have these still in stock, and I know they're around $30 right now because I have some left from last year. We are using Mira's Vintage Santa, the stencil. I'm not sure. I think with black velvet. I have scrapbook paper here, Hobby Lobby. I have the typesetting stamp, because I just don't know yet. I have the letter press stamp. And more importantly, I've got a Christmas book. So when I'm doing these Christmas book covers, I don't even know where I'm going to set this stuff.
There's a bench over there. Is there a stool?
There is, but I got other crud on it. That, yeah, I don't even know what's sitting here. Oh, here, I did have another one pulled for me, so I do have two of those in stock. Pam, I'm sorry. All right, sorry, I digress. So when I'm doing this, I love it if I can use a children's Christmas story type book. And this one is a bunch of different Christmas stories in it. And I typically will go by size as well. This is a really good size, and I don't need it to be a thick book. So I do love this cover. It's really pretty, but we're gonna make it prettier. As far as I know, I do not need parchment paper. So we are going to get started. Normally I would paint this first, but I'm just gonna scrapbook paper the whole thing and hope that that adheres well. And I'm going to put all of my stamps clear off a spot next to me so I can grab them as I need them. Sorry about that noise. If you guys saw my workspace the other day, then I don't need to really explain anymore. You totally get my issue. So I'm going to use this one first. This is just music scrapbook paper, and I'm going to pretty much get it to fit the cover, but I'm not going to go all the way to the spine. So I'm just going to take and make a mark. I'm just going to fold this right where I want it. I'm going to use my paper cutter. I'll get it. Yeah.
I thought you were going to come over here and do it. I didn't think you had room over here.
I probably don't, but I'll make it work. And close enough is going to be good. It looks like I'm about in the right spot.
Did you make
I just look for the little, just look for the little notch in my paper. See how I did? I did swell. Now I'm going to go, let's see, right under those words there, where I'm going to make my next cut. And that should be good. I recently switched my blade, you guys. It's like getting like a whole, obviously, a whole brand new,
Oh,
you know,
nice.
one.
You found it. Sounds like
Yeah,
it. Good.
I did. Well, I ran across it. I wasn't, when I'm looking for anything, I can't find it. So what's going to bother me is this red's going to show through. So I'm going to actually use beadboard. Because even though scrapbook paper is thick, you're still going to get, oh my God, look at that. All that clay in there. So I need to find containers that I like. Oh my God, that's just such a mess. And compared to the FIFO bottles, I think I'm now liking those better. Good afternoon, everybody.
Hi, Carol.
I don't
Thank
see
you for
any
sharing. Hi,
YouTube, but it says that I am on there. So I'm pulling the cover away from the pages because since this is a Christmas story, being able to open it, you know, would be a good thing. So I don't want to paint it closed.
It's cool that you found a Christmas book. It's a perfect size too.
Vivian may have given this to me because I know I had one, but I thought it was a lot bigger than this one. This one, I just love the size. But I'll go to the thrift stores, and when I find one, I'll just pick it up. I don't think I got any on the inside, so we'll be good. While I'm doing that, and normally if I weren't live, I'd do the back too. And this was a really cool old cover. I have glitter all over from something I did an hour ago. I thought I cleaned it all up. We're so glad you guys are here. Thank you so much. So tonight is the auction, and we have, you guys, these are the most creative salt and pepper snowmen I've made. Snow people. So I can't wait for you to see them. We have 20-ish, and then I have a few other things. We should have lots of fun. So I hope you can join us. That's in 3 hours, 7 p.m. We'll be raring and ready and raring to go, not raring and ready. Although that might be a saying. And I'm going to do another quick coat. This glitter is not going to be my friend right now.
Where is it?
It's all over. I didn't do a good job. Could I get up?
What do you want?
Oh, I betcha we don't have any paper here.
What do you want? Brown paper?
Yeah, but that's all right. I'll just see if I can't fold this.
No.
We usually, the brown paper we have on a roll, and it's really easy to get, but the roll needed to be changed, and it's a 2-man job, and I keep forgetting about it. So I just want my background to be vibrant, which is why I'm making sure that I get really good coverage. There we go. Put that aside for a second. I'll dry this.
Here, let's see if we can.
So I do want to, you guys, I want to mention a couple of things that I was live on the Dick Page page, I don't know, before Thanksgiving. And Terry, who's Crafting Chaos, give her a follow. She was saying that.
Okay, I found this on the web for who is crafting chaos.
Crafting chaos.
Oh, she thought I said Siri. Jeez. And she was saying that she tells her followers to check and make sure that they're following because randomly people get removed by the powers that be in that, social media world. And that maybe that's why they're not getting notifications, but YouTube is a really good place where you will get notifications of when I'm live. So if you could for me, please, I'm working so hard. I wanted to hit 10,000 followers by the end of the year, which is like a magic number. And I'm at 9,885 or something like that.
Oh, boy,
So I know I don't think it's gonna happen. It's good to have goals though. Really nice coverage. DIY paint is just like so good. Let me see what this light does today. We've got to work on lighting by the auction. I was telling Pam. I bought so much lighting. The other thing, you guys, is just to comment, just say hi, anything. You don't have to ask questions if you don't want to, but all of that makes such a big difference. So now it's nice and bright. I'm going to use my Distress ink to age around this paper. It's easier to do it before I get it on there. Any type of interaction with my page would help. And it keeps it so that Facebook shares our content, and then, we hit those monumental goals like 10,000 followers.
Thanks, Sherry.
And we can keep giving you content that way. So that is vintage photo. Mine needs to be re-inked. But what I really like to do anytime I use that is go in with walnut, which is darker, and just hit it again. In my virtual workshops, I usually mention this, but don't do it because I don't want people to feel like they have to go out and buy another product if they don't have it. Because I'm that person that if I'm doing a workshop, I want to use the exact same things that the teacher's using. And then from there, I can figure out what I want to do. But while I'm learning, that's just my little quirk. One of my little quirks. All right, I got the white on there merely for this purpose. Everything else is going to be crinoline because this paper is warm. It's not cool. To attach the paper, I'm going to use gel medium. It really is like such a great way to attach paper.
Thanks for sharing, you guys.
Thank you so much. So appreciated. So I didn't think it would be like all that hard to get over that hump of the extra 200 I needed. And I think I became complacent was the problem. But the other problem is time. It's like, holy cow. Between creating content, filling orders, thinking of things, it's hard. It's hard to do all the things you're supposed to do, for sure.
Hi, Shannon.
Okay, I'm gonna
And
go.
all three Peggies.
I think we're pretty good.
It is a happy snowman day. We got freezing cold weather here coming up for the next few days.
Yes.
Like high 20s. Ooh.
I was thinking of Shannon while I was watching the football game the other night because
Where they were shoveling?
New York was playing San Francisco in like a huge snowfall. And it's like, it's just hysterical to me because, you know, in San Francisco, they're not used to snow. Not that their players aren't
Is
from
that where
like,
they had to shovel all the, they had
I
people
don't-
coming- the one they had people coming early and they had to have them shovel the whole inside.
probably it was
inside
the
of
Bills
the-
game.
Yeah.
Where do you get the book boxes? The book boxes I got a long time ago. And I bought all that they had, which is why I only had like 20-ish. I know that you can find them on Etsy. They're just very pricey. I used to build them. And that was very time consuming. Oh, I got a little, I need that. This thing. I got a little wrinkle there.
It was a great game, Shannon said.
It was a really good game. Okay, now I want to take my other favorite paper, which is the striped paper. And if you look at my one that I did years ago, it was when the Holly Jolly stamp had come out. Why can't I find my photos? It's like they're gone. That's weird. Huh. So if you look at this,
Here comes the bus. Well,
there
glad you
I've
caught
got
us, Sandy.
some of that striped paper coming through. So that's what I'm doing with this right now. Is I'm going to put this in this top section and I'm going to go in a little bit. I don't know how much of it we're even going to see. But I'm just going to tear this.
Shannon's hoping it's Buffalo and Detroit in the Super Bowl.
I know. Just counting on you guys beating the Chiefs. Detroit has so many injuries. I'm just not real hopeful that they're going to be able to continue overcoming the odds. I just don't. I hope I'm wrong.
Way too many injuries.
Totally over the winter, Shane. Oh, ours is just starting. Yeah, so I don't, while I'd love to be, I'm optimistic. I'm just scared. It's like they are super resilient. I have to age this as well. I'm just going to use what's right on my ink pad here.
We can't afford to lose any other guys either.
Yeah. I feel like the team that stays healthy is going to win the whole thing. I don't need to do this part because that's not going to be shown.
Well, I'll take the mid-50s right now. Ooh.
I know. That's I'm hoping Las Vegas is going to be warm.
Gosh,
I've been there before when you've had to wear a winter coat, but
in December, really?
I don't know. I can't remember the last time I was there in December, but so I'm just going to step it a little bit like that. It's with the gel medium, it comes in like all different kinds, like gloss, matte, but it comes in different thicknesses. I just get the regular weight, whatever that is, and matte so that if I get anywhere else, it doesn't show up shiny. But when you don't want to mess around and you're decoupaging this heavier paper, it's usually the way to go. Now, having said that, I'm getting all kinds of little bubbles here. You just gotta feel and stay on top of them.
Some of the book boxes are at the TH Decor website. Several creators have their link. Oh, there you go.
I don't. So, Carol, I don't think she has pre-made book boxes. She has boxes because I'm a decoupage queen distributor. So there are ones that you can build. These are, and I have those. They're by Snip Art or by any of the other, those companies. But I haven't seen them already assembled. I have in like that, not paper mache, what's that stuff called? Anyway, but where do you stay in Vegas? We stay downtown at the Golden Nugget. Yeah, she has really cool stuff, and I love assembling them. But this was a workshop, and so the point of the workshop wasn't making the book box. So you don't want to spend time on things that aren't part of what your intention was, if that makes any sense at all. I'm going to put Big Top over the top of this. Yeah, there are some really cool ones. Teresa's got a fairly new handcrafted holiday traditions, and I just did actually in the auction tonight. It'll be one of the things I recently made that she designed, and she's got some really cool stuff too. I love that now there are all these things that we can assemble that normally you had to pay somebody else to do. Okay, that big bubble is creeping back up. You guys can't see it because my paper just got wet again with water-based product. When I heat it up, it will minimize. If I really cared about it, which I don't, but you could do a couple of things just because of what this project is. You could poke a hole in it and get medium in that way. You could slice it, get medium in that way. But using one of those craft irons with parchment paper, it's great. Oh, Shane, yeah, we used to stay at the Strip all the time, and it's just gotten to where to go from one place to the other is just too much walking. I hate to say that because I sound, I remind myself of that I'm not as young as I used to be.
Well, they're not making it as easy to walk around.
Right. Okay, now we're going to go to crinoline. I'm not sure I got enough in here. There's like a mini minute of it. Mini minute.
You want to try to use that one up too and get rid of them?
Well, yeah, don't know that they'll be enough.
Yeah, I got the regular one, but. Here's the
Good thing is it comes out easy. Thank you. That one doesn't have much either. Along with White Swan, I use a ton of crinoline. So now what I'm going to do, and it's like what I did yesterday, people wonder, like, you put this paper down and then you cover it all up. And I get that that's what it looks like, but in person, the background does peek through. I don't know if you can see, but when I put the Big Top on there, that Tim Holtz Distressing ink becomes more blurred and more vibrant, and I love that. So I'm just going to I've got Big Top on here, so I'll be able to wipe back as I want. That is a big bubble right there. Is my iron on that table back there?
Your full-size iron?
No, the little craft iron.
I didn't know you had a little craft iron.
Yeah.
You had it out back here?
Yep. It's like 6 inches at most.
I think you're teasing me.
Nope. Could be under the table there.
I see a sander. With a big blue handle. No. I see a bunch of red.
Another thing, when you are doing these book makeovers, expect some warping. And that's, you know, just a nature of the beast because it's cardboard way in there. So I'm going to dry this. No, it's just out there. It's white with a little bit of blue on it. Wonder if it's back here. No, it's okay. I don't know where it's at. It's my life story. Yep, the bubble right there is bothering me. So I dried that, and now I'm going to go in with a big wave brush.
I have never seen this before in
Oh.
the 8 years we've been together.
It is
However
the
many.
best. So my bubble's right here. You know that parchment paper that I said I didn't need? I'm going to grab that. The only
Does
way
it go
this...
on automatically?
I think so. The only way this wouldn't work is if there is absolutely no medium underneath it.
I can't. You gotta look at it and see when it's on. I wasn't expecting it to be that many. It's so cute. It's like an American Girl doll.
I know. I'm not sure it's heating up.
Didn't
I
the
got
light go
nothing.
on?
Nothing. There. Now the light's on. So I'll find that bubble. It's right here.
Take you a long time to iron your shirt.
I know, right? It's like good for corners. And for this such occasion. Oh, it's like magic, you guys. I got this on Amazon, if anybody's wondering. Years and years and years and years ago, back in my furniture days, I wanted the corners of my papers to be able to, because I would line all the drawers, get it adhered really well. So that's when I bought this.
Pretty cool.
It is. You can use a regular iron too.
Brenda Biggio, I've looked everywhere for an iron like that. Just a handheld little one. There you go.
This
Amazon.
this is Dritz, you guys. Doesn't get much better than that. Turn that off. Yep. Dritz. Who knew? I don't want to catch us on fire. There we go. So now
It is a cute little tool.
I have this, you know, like somewhat coated. See that? The aging coming through there. Love that. I don't know if it's going to come out the top here or not. That should be good. Yep, Dritz.
Who makes it? I'm looking on Amazon, Brenda. It's a Dritz, right?
Yeah.
D-R-I-T-Z.
So now the wave brush is going to allow me to do more of that real dry brush look. And if no one has seen me use this before, it's zigzaggy like that at the top. So, you know, only portion of the bristles make contact, which makes it so easy to get that look. Oops, no, this is adhered to the table. That should be good. I can't fit this in this. Here, maybe I can. Here. Like that. There we go. Okay, we get this there. We're gonna dry this and then we get to do the fun. Stencil brush.
Did you
So-
sell out of the extra book kits?
No, I have 2 left, 2 or 3 left. We shipped 1 today, right, Kim?
Yes.
But see, you can still see the stripes. You can still see the music paper.
It's hard to see from my screen the stuff, but I can see it looking at it. I can see it looking right at yours.
How about now? Does it look better? The stupid, I don't know why we get that. I don't know if that's from the egress windows or the lights up there, what those shadow bars are from in the
Yeah, that's
screen.
weird.
See, I feel like it's the lighting above. I think that bright spot is one of the fluorescent lights, one of those. That's what the problem is. And I just don't know. Oh, Catherine, I just don't know what the solution is. Okay, I'm going to grab the stencil because that's most important. Now, my original book used the Holly Jolly stamp, and that Santa was much smaller. So this is going to take up more room. So I think I want him to be down there. I realize you can't see that, but right now I'm just coming up with my design. So you can see I had him down there, but he was much smaller, so that's where he's going to go. I love the December 25th, so that has to be on there. And I love the foliage. So there's this one. That's not my favorite.
Hi, Catherine.
This one with the rose. I love, love, love this one. And then there's the poinsettia, but there might be something in here more suited. Maybe not. This is a 2-sheet stamp, so there's a lot of bits and pieces to it. There's, look at this, like Holly and the Berries. I feel like I was introducing a band.
It sounded like you were.
I know.
Oh, that's pretty cute.
There's that one. All right, this should give me enough options. Okay, so that's going to go there. What I'm trying to look for room for is the this little section right here. So worst case scenario, I could put that right there. Yeah, that's not going to cover enough room for me. That's really pretty. You know, maybe more just like in that corner. And then I've got one of the ornaments, I can drop down right there. And then December 25th, I like that. That's kind of a really good one. That's actually, that now is in first place. But let's look at this.
Oh, that's with the greenery? I mean,
This is,
leaves,
yeah, this one's
the tree leaf, yeah.
This one's kind of good. But it's, I don't know if it bothers me that it's sideways.
The other one had like branches though, it looked good with the thing hanging down. Wasn't that like
Yes. Yeah.
your ornament hanging down like off the tree branches?
You'd almost want to go maybe like that. All right, I'm just going to get Santa on here first. I kind of sort of have a plan-ish. I don't know. Do you want to look through here, Pam, and see if there's any other candidate? I'm looking on the
I feel like you got
all the
main good
poinsettias.
elements.
Where's the one? This one right here. With the poinsettias and the holly leaves.
I thought you pulled that one up.
I don't think, no, there's another one. If you could find that one, that would be great. I think that might be the winner. All right, I'm going to use
That's
black
not poinsettia.
velvet.
No, that's just leaves.
Oops. I'm going to use my big stencil brush here and black velvet. And I'm going to, normally I'm a very sloppy stenciler.
There are no more big elements. You must have it out.
Well, isn't that strange?
But this is the greenery, right? That's not a poinsettia. No,
No.
that's just greenery.
So I've got my,
That's just greenery. This is pretty. This is a corner piece, Lisa. I see the corner piece.
I already, oh, is that number 2? Okay, let's see. Get this on here first. So what I was saying is I'm a sloppy stenciler because usually I don't want it to be perfect. This is the exception to the rule right now. So I'm going to dab into my black paint and I'm going to offload. And I'm going to swirl. Really, I've got more paint on here than is ideal. I should be having to struggle more. All of these items that I'm using today can be found in this week's live products. I put it in the description. Instead of going back in the plate, I'm going back into the pile that I offloaded into because there'll be less paint there. And when you're feeling frustrated, like, oh, there's not enough on my brush, that's probably the right amount. That's where I get into trouble. because I'm impatient. You can use painter's tape to tape this into place if you want. That right there was just too easy, so I probably have some bleed through because there was too much on my brush. I'm just gonna dab. And the reason people don't swoosh is because it's way easier to get a bristle or two under your stencil when you swoosh versus dabbing. But dabbing on a live is super annoying, potentially. All right, let me just take a peek here. Oh, looks good. Isn't he so cute? He's so stinking cute. I will love him.
Yes, he is.
All right, let me move this over here. I'm gonna grab, you know what, I'm gonna need Carnival Red or Marquee. Probably Carnival Red, I think. My glass. But I'm probably gonna use paint.
I'm gonna go clean this
There,
stencil
sorry.
off real quick.
Thank you. Okay. So Pam grabbed this one. The thing is, I don't want, I don't want a ton, you know? I'm leaning, looking on the monitor to see. I kind of sort of like this. I think that's what I'm going to do. Always go with your gut, right? So if I use ink, I'm going to get a different shade of black than if I use paint. So if you look, almost positive, I used ink on all of that because this was a stamp, remember, not a stencil. And then that's paint right there. So I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, we're going to use, we'll see if I can get the ink dark enough. I just inked my ink pad, so we might be okay. It's just way easier. So if you're just joining late, this is Winter Adornment. That's a vintage stencil. Vintage Santa stencil from Mira. When I want a good impression, I'll load it up, offload onto some paper, and then ink it up again. And then I should get a really good impression.
Did you find the one you were looking for?
I went back to the roses one. And I'm going to go off a little bit.
Hi, Mara.
Hi, sweet Mira.
Hi, Tana. Hi, Ruby, Laura, Stacy. All our friends.
Mira, this stencil look familiar? This is Mira's design, and I love it.
That's the Santa from our days, right?
Yeah.
When we were little. Jolly old soul.
That does look good. Okay, so we've got, this is going to need to be, doesn't have to be done right now, but I'm just going to give it to you. So this line right here is the edge of the paper. I don't hate it, but I don't love it, okay? Just keeping it real. So now we're going to put December 25th. I'm not sure I need an ornament. I probably am going to want an ornament. Let me see. You know what's funny, Pam, is I'm looking at this, and do you know what December is made with on this book from years ago?
What?
The Farmhouse Stencil by Jamie Ray Vintage.
Oh.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
So I'm leaning toward doing DEC, you know, just because of room.
Wow, Linda, your second knee replacement surgery. Well,
Oh,
you're gonna be walking and
good as new.
good as new very soon. I've got a few friends that have had them both done by the time they're in their 50s, and done good for them.
I mean, the other thing I could do is the wording from the stencil, but I was going on the whole recreating my book
December,
from
or
years
did it
ago.
say 25th?
It said December, the whole word here. I'll show you. It had believe on the side, but I may use part of that stencil. All right, so that's going to be black.
Oh, it was the little writing though, and the 25 was bigger, yes.
Yeah, it was that farmhouse stencil.
Yeah.
That was a good stencil. We got a lot of
So can you
miles
just
out of
use
that
the
puppy.
little ones?
Yeah, girl ain't got time for that.
Cute.
You want me to do the whole word?
No, you don't have to. What about just a small December, so the 25th is bigger?
Let me find my apothecary label.
Oh, just do it. Just do it how you can.
It's part of it is a font thing. That's too small. I could probably do this. ABCD. Let me see how much room this takes up. These are letterpress.
That looks good. Oh, she's going for the whole word.
You're making me.
No, I just said do DEC in the smaller ones, maybe. I'm making you.
Sticky little critters. All right, I'm going to have to do it in sections. I didn't want to, but I'm going to have to. It's got to come down a little bit. So where's the 25 going to go then? Huh?
Might not work.
Huh, Pam? Huh? Did you think about that?
No, I just meant the DEC in smaller letters and then the 25th bigger.
Can I have a, never mind, right here. You got it? Whoops.
Ooh, that was loud and then quiet.
Think about all the times that there was so much noise coming from that room, and here it was the sub pump all that time that I didn't know. Here we go. I got to dab it otherwise.
Who would have thought?
Exactly. I did not spend any time thinking about whether that was straight or not, which is interesting. baby wipe.
Where'd you throw them? Oh, you threw them under that pile.
Pile of stuff.
Let's see if the face is so cute.
Oh, I feel like I got to do the whole thing now.
Oh, geez.
It's barely lined up. This is why you don't want to use a sponge brush like I'm doing. See what's happening to the That's
No,
just
it
going to be
hasn't.
a big old glob if I leave that like that.
Okay. You don't want that. Peggy Klaus sent 200 stars. Cheers for December.
Oh, thank you so much. That's so sweet. All right. Fingers crossed I get this lined up. Sorry if I moved out of camera angle.
I'm going to be in trouble if she doesn't.
Feels like I'm going downhill. See what's happening to my Yeah, it's all right. I mean, but I'm not loving it. If I would have used a brayer, that would not have happened. Just for the record. Where'd my R go?
It doesn't look smushy from here.
And I'm doing the paint thick deliberately. Not that that's the best decision. And should I wait for that to dry? Absolutely. Okay. I'm going to give you this, Pam, because I'm just making a mess. This over here. This over here. And now the 25th, I've got to figure out where that's going to go. Maybe I'll put it right there. I don't know. Could go up there too, 25 December. So I could touch up that if I want to, just by bringing a crinoline line up there. So here would be 25. Problem is, it makes it way too congested. So I'm going to put it right there. And this is going to be Carnival Red. Get about where I think it should go.
Ooh, I like it. It's going to be Carnival Red.
So when they don't want to stick, take a baby wipe or even alcohol and wipe the back. I got to think. They would go this way and this way. So it goes 5, 2. I don't know if I'm the only one that has trouble reversing them when I'm going backward. See what that's going to look like. Nope. They do not want to stay here.
That's weird.
Yeah, it could be any number of things. Now I got it wet. I'm gonna flip my thin mount over. I want to get these straight though here.
They sticking.
Straight. I know it's hard to see. Like that, I think is good. I'm gonna flip this over and use the other side. There we go. And they really do not want to stick for me, and it could be my crappy thin mount because it's not clean. So here's Carnival Red.
Like a stray bit.
I don't know that there's room on it. Is there a sponge brush that's clean?
Yep. Here you go.
Thank you. And I can tell you, this does not want to stick, this tube, so we'll have to see what happens.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Why am I not switching my thin mount? You know, really good question. I think I'm just exhausted. This is the problem. Okay, fingers crossed. Here we go. Cute. Okay. Now, I don't know that I'm going to need the ornament. Yeah, it does look really cute right there, though.
Thanks for the hearts and the star, guys. Stars. Love it.
I have not used the Bohemia stamp in so long. I don't know that I even know where it's at. Here's winter adornment, or no, just adornment to do. Trim. I think I'm going to do ribbon instead. I don't think I'm going to do a trim piece. Let me try this. Now, with the red, I'm going to want a spray seal. I have a little dot of red there. I like it. Actually, there's an argument to be said for splattering this, but I could splatter a little around the December.
You see fan brush? You see your splatter brush too much?
Fan brush, I'll have more control. It's right here. Just going to take a little fan brush. You want your paint watered down a smidge, even though this is pretty watery already. I'm just going to.
My Santa Claus stamp. Oh, I feel like I sanded it too much the first time I used it. That is a pretty red, Tracy. Ken is watching.
So just a little splatter.
Cute. Little Christmas magic.
I'm not going to try not to do the Santa himself. A little turned into a little more. Fan brushes work great if you want a little bit more control. So this would have to be sprayed. I don't know if I'm going to add this. I don't know. It's really pretty. It's actually really pretty. But let me dry this. And I'm going to do one more thing.
It is a great Santa Claus stencil. Yes,
It
is.
really, it's beautiful. I'm going to go back to my, wish I had another fan brush that didn't have red on it. The only ones I have are for cornstarch. See how clean I can get this.
What you gonna do?
Gold.
Oh yeah.
I'm just going to work off of,
Those little bells from the old Christmas mold would be pretty too. That's what we said too.
Yeah.
earlier.
I just won't pull anything out that people can't get because. All right,
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
just going to
that's-
put the gold right here on my paper because this all has to be thrown out anyhow. Of course, this is clogged up. There we go. It's not plasticky at all. That looks so good.
I love it.
So I could see doing this ornament in that gold metallic by Pentart. It is a stencil, yes. Yeah, Catherine, the Santa Claus stamp was from Holly Jolly. This is a stencil and it's way bigger. So I'm going to leave this. We're going to spray seal it. I'm thinking of doing the spine in gold and run the gold to here. I think that would look really good. Someone's going to say, darn, I know she's going to do it. Let's see. Well, I got a little bit of gold on my paper here. Just so we can get an idea of what that would look like. Well, late now, but I'll have to do it. Oh, you know what it'll be? Hold on. Lisa, because I just cannot control myself. Just going right into that groove thing. So my thing was, it feels like it's like out there in left field, but it won't be in a minute. And it's going to take 2 coats. The gold looks really pretty over black, but over a cream, it just washes it out. So you need 2 coats. So now to make this better, you know, because now it's like, I got my brush. And we're going to outline.
And then put a real pretty piece of ribbon.
Yep. That will tie it all together. Sometimes I like to pull a little bit more onto the cover in some spots. Let's try this. Let's see. Then I promise I'm done. My Holly Jolly stamp, I have not pulled out in so long. Here's why you don't though. I'm thinking back. The more smooth it is. So like, I think back then, we didn't get the spacing in the parts that actually make the impression that we get nowadays. So it was difficult. I do remember it was difficult. It was like you had to find the sweet spot, and definitely better with ink than paint. So that'll just need another coat for the gold and a bow and the ornament. And I'll have the ornament hang from crystals. Thanks you guys so much for being here.
Thanks,
I
everybody.
appreciate you. If you can join us at, and I'll have this done, I'll show you guys at the auction exactly what it looks like finished. But if you can join us, I'll show you a couple. All right, I gotta show you. You guys gotta see. Don't look at me. I'll clean up my act by the time
You look
of the
fine.
auction. I'll have makeup on and I won't have a lion's shirt on, but where's that little guy? The one with the
This?
lights, Christmas lights behind him.
Oh.
I'm just gonna show you this one.
Yeah.
This one I made
That's
yesterday.
what
So look at, he's got all the Christmas lights. Switch to my this camera. This will be better. So he's untangling Christmas lights, and he's got one even in his hair. Isn't it so cute? So yeah, really cool, different direction for some of these tonight. So thank you, Vincetta. Here you go, Pam. So hopefully you can join us at 7 o'clock, and I will see you guys soon. Bye, everybody.
See you in a little bit.